Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface, back on the Warlords of Draenor beta, and back to having a look at some of the level 100 talents. I've already dealt with the Warlock and the Mage, and I thought I would stick with ranged for now, but deal with something a wee bit different, and in this case, it's the turn of the Hunter. Duh. So Hunters, today is all about you. Now, just like the other two classes which I've dealt with so far, depending on the spec you're in, may also change the talent that is available to you at level 100. In the case of the Hunter, Exotic Munitions and Focusing Shot are across all three specs. The one at the end here, which is Adaptation, is specific to Beast Mastery. And we'll have a look at those in a moment. So first up, let's deal with the two that go all across the board. And first up, we've got Exotic Munitions, which allows you to modify your ranged weapons to use exotic munitions, surprise, surprise, which involve incendiary ammunition, poison ammunition, and frozen ammunition. Now, when you learn this, you'll get a tab in your abilities, your spell book, which you can just drag out onto your desktop. Now, it goes up like the trap one used to do and like the beast one here. You can just select which of the ammunitions you want to use. So, if we're to look at the poisoned ammo, for instance, each auto shot deals 8.5k additional nature damage over 16 seconds. When this effect is refreshed, the remaining damage will be added to the new effect. Now, that's nice. That's really nice. We've got incendiary ammo. Each auto shot deals 20% additional weapon damage as fire to all enemies within 8 yards of the initial target. So it's a little bit of an AoE, which is pretty cool. And then finally, we've got frozen ammo. Each auto shot deals 40% additional weapon damage as frost and reduces the target's movement speed by 50% for 8 seconds. These are all very nice indeed. Now, unless a talent is specific to a pet, I'm not going to get the pet out. Because I'm not doing any sort of rotation. I'm not telling you how to do a rotation. We're literally just seeing things in action. So if I was to... oh, sniper training, okay. If I was to select one of the ammunition, so let's put poison ammo on. So I click it, I learn it. It's now a 60-minute buff on me there. And then if I start to just target the boss and then shoot at it, let's just see. So you can see it ticking away. Just my auto shots and stuff ticking away. And it just keeps refreshing. So I could literally hit one, move to another, hit one, move to another. And it'll be ticking away. You notice how 1002, 1002. That's, do you know, that is not bad damage. And that is damage that you can really spread around pretty easily. So that's rather nice. And then you can just refresh, refresh, and then refresh. That's nice. That is really cool. Now let's pick the next one, which is the incendiary ammo. So let's learn this one. So that now replaces, there it is, for 60 minutes. We'll select the middle target and boom. Wow! That wasn't bad. 10k crit. Very nice. So even its white damage is 3000, and then you can see it ticking away, and also the dots can crit as well. Ooh, that's rather yummy. That's rather yummy. There are some good little things here, Hunter. And then finally, let's have a look at the frost one. Now, we know we're not going to be able to reduce the speed here because these are static targets. But let's just have a look at the damage that comes in. Well, I mean, even Arcane Shot was hitting for 6,000, 5,000. So there's still a decent amount of damage that goes in there. White damage is decent as well. 6k white damage. Wow, 3,200 white damage, 3,000 white damage. It's not bad, is it? Whoa, 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 and I think we've got some multi-shots going on there. Remember, all this can be multi-shotted. So that is pretty darn cool. Exotic Munitions, I like it a lot. Right, let's have a look at the next one, which is going to be Focusing Shot. I'm in combat, okay. Okay, I've stopped fighting. Thank you, game. Let's have a look at Focusing Shot. I'm not in combat! Leave me alone! Leave me alone. Okay, there we go. So we're going to have a look at focusing shot next. So this one, carefully line up a shot at the target that deals 120% weapon damage and focuses you, generating 50 focus. Very nice. Cannot be cast while moving, replaces steady shot or Cobra Shot. Right, so it's in place number 4, which was where my Cobra Shot is. So let's just burn off some focus, shall we? Firing off some of my abilities. Douche, douche, douche. Down, down, down. Let's get it all the way down. And now, let's use the focusing shot. Can't move, remember. Boom! And then suddenly, I've got 50 focus back. And there's no cooldown on it. There's no cooldown on it, so it's literally use when you want. Here we go. Let's get it in again. Do, 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 do. Bang. And it doesn't half do bad damage either. Let's just show another one. How much damage? I think one crit for 7k. That was 3,600, but let's just keep it going. 7.3k. Remember, we're talking about the item squish here, so we're talking about... We're talking about bugs. We're talking about a lot of different things happening with classes and whatnot. So 7,000. There you go, 10k. 10k. These are arcane shots. Hitting for 10k. Look at these. They're hunters. Your damage is looking nice. I mean, nice. Let's just have one more. So that'll be 50 focus back. There we go. Okay, let's come out of combat and have a look at the final one, which is Adaptation. Now then, increases the effect of your pet's combat experience to 70%. Increased damage. Your pet now gains the following abilities regardless of its active spec. So, Spike Collar, Roar of Sacrifice, Cornered, Boar Speed, Last Stand, Blood of the Rhino, and Great Stamina. Right, alright, so first things first then. Let's get... Oops, that's my ammunition. Let's get a pet in, and we won't pimp it up. So I'm just going to send the pet to attack. So let's just have a look at some of the damages of the pet. So there we go, 2004, 2525, multi-striking there, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, right, so it's doing, do you know, not that bad damage. Considering, remember, if I'm adding some damages on now, this is me adding on the damages, and then, you know, there's some rather nice damage coming in from the hunter. I'm a little bit envious and a little bit worried at the same time about hunters here. So yeah, the pet's doing decentish damage. Right, so let's all stop now. Pet, kommen Sie bitte. Kommen Sie bitte, mein Pet. Dankeschön. Okay, so let's bring up this, and now let's get on Adaptation, which is a passive. So there it's now active. Now let's send the pet back in and see what type of damage it's doing. Woof, there you go. Blink Strikes, I've got it as. 3,000, 3,000. Remember, it was 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 3,000. Lots of multi-strikes coming in here as well. Whoa. And it's all going again. And then if I was to start to bring this in and start to damage with it, you know, that's going to be some hefty damage coming into whatever target it may be. Look at that, 40k! 40k kill command. Holy shitballs, Batman. Another 40k kill command. Oh my god. Oh my goody aunt. Oi, 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 oi. Can we get one more? Come on, focus, come on. A little bit more focus. There we go. And see, when it doesn't crit, what was that? 15, I think, when it didn't crit. Holy cow. One more for luck. 16k when it doesn't crit. Hunters. You're looking rather tight. You're looking rather tight. So let's bring the pet back and jump to the next spec. So we're going to Beast Mastery. Let's go to, I think it's Marksmanship next. Yeah. Let's activate that and let's see what's going on here. Now you notice that the talents are the same. Exotic Munitions the same. Focusing Shot is the same. This is it. I was really excited about this talent. I thought it'd been removed. It's now been put in for marksmanship specific. I think it is. I'm gonna have them shout. Yes, it is 4. I was gonna have, if that was survivability, I'm gonna have hunters just screaming at me. Now this is the lone wolf ability. It's a passive ability. While you don't have a pet active, your damage dealt is increased by 30%, and you're able to provide one of several beneficial effects to your party and raid. So let's learn Lone Wolf. So now, I've got no abilities on my bar whatsoever. Let's get Aim Shot in. Let's get Aim Shot in here. What else have we got? Let's get a couple more. Chimera Shot. Let's get you in. And let's get a Glaive Toss. You can come in here. There we go. There's Lone Wolf, and there's Lone Wolf. So remember, I'm not wanting a pet for this one. So what have we got? Lone Wolf, Power of the Primates. Empower yourself with the power of a gorilla, increasing the strength, agility, and intellect of all party members by 5%. Wisdom of the Serpent, increase the spell power of all party raid members by 10%. Haste of the Hyena, increase the haste of all your party and raid members by 5%. Ferocity of the Raptor, increasing the critical strike chance of all your party and raid members by 5%. Lone Wolf, Fortitude of the Bear, increases the stamina of all party members by 10%, 100%. Woof, that'd be a bit big. 10%. And Grace of the Cat increases the mastery of all party members and raid members, of course, by 458. So let's just, for argument's sake, go on to the cat one. Grace of the Cat, because I love my kitty cat Belle. There you go. We've now got increased mastery, and we've got Lone Wolf, damage dealt, increased by 30%. So if I was just to target something, you just go kaboom, kaboom, aim shot, boom. Do 31k aim shot there. Holy shitballs. Let's just go from some AoE there. Some nice multi-shotting going on as well. 51k Chimera Shot. 33k aim shot. Gerd. Oh, so what? Okay, so I haven't got my focus ability to bring that back, but oh my giddy aunt. Again, Hunters. What the deuce? Your damage is going to be insane. This is a level 100 character, but this is a level 100 character with item level 660. This is the PvP gear. But if you're looking at approximately 260k health, and then the damages that you were doing then, Ermagerd, that is going to be Hunters. I am scared of you. No, seriously, I am frightened for what you could potentially do. Just based on this wee bit of damage. 28k, 44k crit. Woof. Alright, so let's go to the third and final spec. Okay, so when we flip over to the final spec, which is Survival, because I know my Hunter shizzle, we'll also notice that it too is Lone Wolf. So you've still got Exotic Munitions, Focusing Shot, and Lone Wolf. So what I've done is I've just changed a couple of things up. I've put Ferocity of the Raptor to increase my crit by 5%, and then I've just dropped a few of the survivability attacks down at the bottom. They're not traps and stuff like that. I know you got trap mastery and all that kind of jazz. So let's just see though what type of damage you're doing with 30% increased damage and 5% increased crit. So again, not to any specific rotation or anything like that whatsoever. But look at these. Wow! Lock and loads just procced in as well. Would be nice if I had a little bit of focus. So there we go. Some focus. Lock and load again. Do. Boom. And boom. Look at that. Lots of quick damages. Loads of quick damages coming in there. Wow. It's nice. It's really, really nice. And this just looks like you're going to be in a great spot here, Hunters. It really does. Your damage is looking tight. Remember, you can do all this kind of stuff on the move. Cobra Shot's on the move. So all this is why you have great maneuverability, which is going to make a lot of other classes pretty darn jelly. But there's, look at that, dear, dear, dear. There's lots of things to be happy about here, Hunters. Lots to be happy with. I think your class is looking tight. I think your talents are looking really tight. and I'm jealous. As a Warlock, I'm really, really, really jealous of what's on offer here. I was really hoping they'd keep Lone Wolf in, because I just wanted that ability in the World of Warcraft that Hunter doesn't have to be tied to a pet, and they could almost become an archer. So you can have hunters and you can have archers. And I really like that idea. I just think it breaks up the hunter class a little bit, gives it a little bit of a niche. There's nothing wrong with it in my eyes, especially when you've got warlocks with sacrifice. And a lot of destruction warlocks and such running with sacrifice at the moment for increased damage. So that means the warlock doesn't have a demon with it. So if a warlock doesn't have to have a demon with it, then why should a hunter have to have a pet with it? Why can't the hunter become an archer? And I'm a massive Green Arrow fan as well. So yeah, I think that looks really cool. Damages look good, abilities look good. I hate you, Huntards, so much. But I tell you what, in all honesty, all jokes aside, just seeing how this is shaping up is making me want to dust off my Hunter, which I kind of fell out of love with a lot in Mists of Pandaria after being in love with it in Cataclysm. And this really makes me want to dust it off and bring it out for an almighty test drive. But as ever, folks and folkesses, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And I sincerely hope that you enjoyed the vid. If you did, please give it a big old thumbs up the rectum. And also subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook and twitch.tv/Heal vs Babyface for live Warlords of Draenor beta streaming. And I shall be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.